Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk today about how to use Marketplace as a great tool to generate both buyer and seller leads. I use these all the time by posting houses, getting buyer responses, even listings from it. If you don't have any listings, it's perfectly fine to ask other agents within your brokerage or even outside your brokerage if they're okay with you advertising. Just make sure you get written permission. But I'm going to go through the step-by-step process, how to post on Marketplace, what to post, so that you get a return. I'm Mark Gant. I'm with eXp Realty, and I've been doing this for over 26 years. And I'm here to help you grow your business so you're successful in this career. All right, let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to go into screen share, and I'm going to show you my steps and processes. It may be a little different depending on your MLS, which we'll go into in a little bit here. But on the left side, you're going to see Marketplace. And then you're going to go and click Selling. And as you can see, I've had properties that I've been already advertising. Again, what I do is I just ask other agents for permission. I get written permission to advertise their properties. I pick the ones that I'm interested based on price point, quality of photographs, locations, things like that. But once you are ready for a new listing, this might be blank for yourself if you don't have anything yet, so no big deal. But on the left, it says Create New Listing. And then you come on the right, and it's Homes for Sale or Rent. The next step is you're going to add photos. So what I do is I go into the MLS. I already have the property picked up here. Thank you, Lonnie, for letting me use this property as an example. I'm going to open up the picture. I'm going to right click, Save As, and I have a folder on my desktop that I put all my Craigslist, Facebook, any properties that I'm marketing. I put them all in the same folder. And what I'm going to do is I typically only do 5 or 6 photographs. You don't want to do a lot of pics because you want buyers to reach out. You want them to question you and ask you, hey, send me more pics. And what you've done is you created a dialogue. So now you have a reason to talk to them and say, hey, how about I show you the house instead? But the first step is where we had financing, and then you kind of go in from there. So what I do is I just double click. Since I've already had ones on here, you can double click the first one again. It'll ask if you want to override it, and you say yes. So since I've already done this property, there are already 5 in there, and so we don't have to keep continuing with that. Once you have all the photographs figured out, you're going to go back in there, and you're going to add them. And down here, a lot of times, it's going to default to all supported types. You want to change it to all files, and then you'll see them. And the quickest way to do this is you left-click the first house, and then you hold down your Shift key and left-click the last one that you're going to use. Hit Open, and it'll just pull them all in there. You can also click and drag, but this is a little bit of a faster and easier way to do it. So now we have the photographs in there. We're going to click, it's going to be a rent or for sale. In this case, it's for sale. And the property type, it's a house. Obviously, if it's a different posting for yourself, you would select the correct one. You don't want Facebook to kill your ad. Bedrooms, this one has 5 bedrooms, and it has 3 baths, and it's at $499, $990. And then for the property address, that's why I always leave the our MLS tab open, is because I'll just copy and paste most of this stuff. So we'll copy and paste the address. You do have to put in the address, but it is not shared publicly, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just Facebook making sure you're not putting in fake ads. And once you do that, you're going to have a drop down of properties or addresses. Pick the correct one. The next step is property description. Now, this is where you're going to add information to get buyers to reach out to you. So on a separate Word document on my desktop, I already have this pre-printed so I can do it every single time I post an ad. So let me go to that. So if I know this property is close to like our military base, Joint Base Lewis McChord right here. We have a zero down program here in Washington State, and we also do rent to own in this area. So I will post all that because I want all kinds of buyers reaching out. It's my attempt to screen them, get them to a lender, and hopefully into a house to buy. So I have already a heading, and then I'm going to copy and paste the description from the MLS, and then I have something to add after that. So I just copied the heading. I'm going to go back in here, type that, paste it first, hit enter twice to create a gap. Now I'm going to go back into the MLS, and I'm just going to take whatever the agent said about the property and add it. And then again, enter twice. And now this is where I'm going to put in details about a rent to own or buying zero down through the state program or VA. So you can word this however you want. This is just what I use. And then I copy and paste all this. Now, before I go there, you're going to see right here at the end of the ad listed with an agent's name, what the real estate company is, and a property ID. Here we're required to put down that we're listing somebody else's property, so that's why I do that. But I put the ID, the MLS ID, so I can track it. If somebody's asking me about a property, if it's still available, and I have 50 ads out there, I'm not going to remember all the houses. So this is a quick way for me to search by the MLS number and find it and see what's going on and pass that information on to the buyer. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here at the bottom. And then what I'll do is I'll change the agent's name to whoever the agent is. And then I'll come back to the MLS and just copy and paste the MLS number to where I have the ID. And again, that's just so I can track it faster the next time I need to find it. Okay, so you're done with that part. Like I said, if you create something and save it on a Word document, it's a lot faster. It's just, these literally take 3 minutes each. It's very quick as long as you save them and copy and paste. So then it has a little bit more details. So they're asking, what's the square footage? 2310 on this one. I don't put in laundry type, parking type. You can, it's obvious in a picture. It's there's garage parking, which people can get confused with. Not attached to the house, but actual, like you're renting and it's garage for an apartment underneath an apartment or a condo. And then you have heating type. So I don't do any of these. The only thing I do is square footage because people do search by square foot. And then you're going to click next. Then it's actually, it kind of defaults to whatever location. So for me, it's always saying Tacoma. So even if I do surrounding areas like Puyallup, Gig Harbor, Federal Way, it's still going to show Tacoma. It's not a big deal. It's just trying to map where you're at. And then the meetup preferences, I don't touch any of that. I leave that alone. There's no reason to do it. And then if you're in other Facebook groups, they're going to pop up here. And this is where all this information is not only in Marketplace, but it's also added to all these Facebook groups. But be careful because some get upset that you're posting houses for sale and they don't want those in their groups. They'll usually just remove them later, but just be aware of that. So you can pick whatever, like I have a lot of the military bases since I represent a lot of military out here. So I'm on all those pages and I would typically check those off. I'm just not going to do it because I've already posted this house before and I don't want to irritate too many people. And it'll give you some suggestions of groups to join in case there's anything you missed. This particular, based on where this property is located at. So it could be Tacoma, Spanaway, that type of thing. But now all I'm going to do is hit publish. Now it might reject it because it's already advertised, but let's find out. All right, see, it already posted it there again. So all you have to do is once you do it, you just click the photo of the property. And if you click it again, the photo, you're going to see the ad. Here's all the information. So this is what the public sees. You can scroll down. You got the map. There's the description. And now you can see what I had at the beginning, the description the agent had. And then what I added at the end was basically, hey, if you're interested in rent to own properties, this is how this program kind of works, and reach out to me. And I actually get a lot of triggers from that. So that's one of my favorite things to do. If this house ends up getting pending or sold, then you would just open the ad up and then click mark as sold. It's going to ask you, did you sell it on Facebook? It'll ask you a few questions. I always answer other, and then it's gone. It'll be removed from the list and it's no longer there. Now, if somebody reaches out to you, it's actually going to show up on your Facebook Messenger. So keep an eye on that. What happens is you have separate folders for, friends that you have on Facebook as well as strangers, basically. So keep an eye on those. But you can reopen up like this ad. And these are people already sent me messages on this house. So I posted it, and these individuals are potential buyers or sellers asking me about the market, about the area, about this particular property. And then you can reach out to them directly through Messenger on Facebook. And what's great about that, why there's great interaction, is because they're seeing that you're a real person, and you're seeing that they're a real person, and you got that little extra, connection. It's not like where you're just texting or sending an email where it's a little cold and they don't know who you are. So that's what this is great for. So that's all you have to do. Again, reach out to people, other agents. Start with your office and go from there. Just ask for permission. What I do is I text, and then I just ask for permission to advertise all their houses that they have in the MLS. If they say yes, I take a screenshot and save it for my records. That's more of a requirement for our MLS. So make sure you look at your MLS rules for that, as well as brokerage rules or laws. So that's all you have to do. I hope you all have great success with that. If you have any questions, just let me know. Please share and like below, and you can reach out to me anytime. All my links are down below in the description. All right, everybody have a great week and take care.